Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Toxic Thursday. And we can call it Fucked Up Thursday. We can call it any kind of name today on Thursday, Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Jesus Christ, I'm lost.
It's Fucked Up Tuesday.
Welcome. It's Fucked Up Tuesday here on April 28th. Oh, some shit, little show about big things. I'm Tony O on the north side, and Carol Brandolino on the south side. Carol, how you doing over there? Wait, you went mute. You went mute.
Okay.
There you go.
That better. I'm breathing. So
you're breathing. Okay. So you're alive. All right. So you know the routine, folks. 847-769-8609 to book a show. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and see what we're doing. But you guys can know that. And every show is dedicated to the first responders, men and women in the military, and our veterans, of course, who fight for our country. But most it's dedicated to you wonderful people to take the time and watch this little show for a little fun. Let's kick it off with our good friends, Richie and the boys from Seventh Heaven. Hey, it's one of those days. Hey, that rhymes. Anyway, Twisted Tuesday. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's get right to our friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors, neighborhoods. Is your patio ready for that barbecue season? Well, your local JRC Ace Hardware stores have legendary brands you'll love and prices you'll crave. That's right. Save $100 on the Weber Genesis E315 gas grill. Or if you're looking for that wood fire flavor, grab the Tangier Pro 22 for just $549. That's $100 savings. Oh, you can't beat that. JRC Ace Hardware stores, Ace reward members get free assembly and delivery on grills. $390 and up. Come and get the ultimate backyard setup at the JRC Ace Hardware stores, the helpful place near you. Go to acehardware.com. All their locations, and don't forget the new one and coming in Elmwood Park in late October 2026. And don't forget to tell them you want to grill your Ace off and get that grill ready for the summer season because it's time. All right, so Carol, you're joining us here. We'll talk a little about, before the end of the hour, we'll talk a little bit about the whole Trump thing. Mm-hmm. And I want to get your point of view on that. But a couple things here. Callie Ross has passed away at the age of 80 years old. She was the last founding member of the girl group, the Ronettes. Be My Baby, and all those songs. She was the last one. Okay. Now they're all passed away. So, and also former Super Bowl three-time champion, Super Bowl champion from the Washington Commanders, Monte Coleman, dies at the age of 68 years old. All right, they're saying right now that men prefer women with curly hair. 47.8% men prefer women with curly hair. They find curly hair women more attractive. I don't know where they come up with this shit. I would like to find out. I would love to find out. And better yet, I love to find out if these guys get paid to do this. I like to find out who pays these people to come up with, men with one arm longer than the other are more attractive than the other, or
right.
I don't know where this shit comes from. I think, like I mentioned yesterday about skinny women or curvy women, whatever it is, right. It all depends on the individual, and I don't know how they come up with 47.8%.
Okay, they probably asked 10 people or whatever, but the thing is when you talked, I think it was you were talking about yesterday, that men that are stressed out, if I could recall this properly, men, when they're really stressed out, they are more attracted to curvy and fuller figured women. Okay.
Why?
So I'm, me, I'm going to my brain goes, oh, let me try and figure this out because I'm an
Why?
overthinking lunatic. So I was
Why?
thinking maybe like a full figured, soft, like soft woman, like physically soft. There's a lot to hold on to. Like, listen, I'm not kidding. So, you know how they sell these mushmallow things for kids where you squeeze them for anxiety, those fidgets, they're
Okay.
always squeezy, soft, mushy. Maybe a woman that's got a little more to her, maybe that's just more comforting, having something to grab onto and squeeze. I'm being serious because there has to be a reason they're coming up with this shit. That a
I
bony,
am.
skinny person. I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, you could be right. I don't know, but like I said, I like to find out where they come up with this shit. And if they get
Right.
paid to do this, man, I can come up with, hey, women from 45 to 60 love midgets. I mean, small people or whatever. I don't know, but
I don't know.
where they come up with this shit, I'll never know. I'll never
How about
know.
spaces between the teeth? Like look at Eric Roberts. I would like to know if people find people with the big space between their teeth attractive because Eric Roberts has that, right? And then there's a couple
Yeah,
other actors and actresses that have like
yeah,
certain
yeah.
things with their teeth, or I like messed up noses. I don't know how to explain it. I have not messed up, but like if it looks like it's been
Right.
broken a couple times, I'm like, oh,
Hey,
that's
yeah. You feel like,
that.
hey, Adrian. You like the
Right.
Rocky guy who just got beat up?
Right.
Yeah, there you
What's
go.
wrong with
And I
me?
also think when people have these kind of things with them, I think it builds character, whether it's a woman
Yeah.
or a man. I think there's a
Yeah.
little character in that, so it makes a little sense. Here's something people might find interesting: the U.S. Employment Agency is looking to make Friday. They're speaking allegedly. They're talking about making Fridays a national holiday and going to 4-day work weeks. And it says to boost mental health. Do you think it would be smart to work 10 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, and having Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off?
I have an opinion about this. No,
Yes.
no surprise. But like, yes, I think how wonderful would it be for people to have a 4-day work week? But also, who's to say the 40-hour work week is bullshit? And I'll tell you why. Because we talked about this before. A lot of people sit around and do shit at work. You don't, most of the time, you're sitting around wasting hours of your life. If you could get your work done in 6 hours, get it done. Also, I never took a lunch at work. So I would say, and I tried saying this, of course, and I got pushed back big time, but I was
Yeah.
never in this kind of job before corporate, whatever it was, the 8-hour work day, the 1 hour lunch. If I don't take a lunch every day for that hour, screw you. Like if I'm staying at my work in my seat for that hour lunch and I eat in my office, you shouldn't have to force people. You should be able to take off an hour early if you're keeping that hour. So can it be 35 hours a week could be your full work week if you're not taking maybe lunches every single day and you stay at work? Who's to say 40 hours is what it needs to be? That law, I think, should be changed.
I
Who's
think
the
so
40
too.
hour work week should be changed? Like, I think it's very different depending on the job you have.
I think so too. And I think we mentioned, maybe I don't know if it was with you or whatever, but we mentioned on the show that
Mhm.
I think the jobs, people that work at jobs, they get good, like 3 to 4 hours productive.
Mhm.
After that,
Mhm.
they get kind of whatchamacallit. Now this
Mhm.
could all change too, because people work from home, and that's a whole
Yeah.
different ball game in itself. So I used to work in the bakery. My
Mhm.
one of my good jobs I had before I became Tony Ocean, working my dad's bakery. I worked 10:30 at night to
Mhm.
9 in the morning. I did 10 hours a day, and I was
Mhm.
off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I worked the
Yeah.
night shift. I think
Okay.
more people would love that, even
Mhm.
if they work the 10 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, and then you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So I think it
Mhm.
would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I
So
think it would be great.
if they're thinking of doing this, Profax.com put this out. So we'll
Hmm.
see.
Yeah.
It would be interesting. Ryan, how are you doing? Mel Lennon Reed. Well, good luck on your surgery tomorrow. Jill, Indiana. David, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome, Albert, Mary. Oh, Mary, how you doing? Madonna has a space between her teeth.
Yes, she
I
does.
don't know.
Yes, she does.
Jimmy Hammer, what's up? I was never a Madonna fan. She doesn't do
Mhm.
nothing for me, but
Yeah.
that's
I
just
love
me.
her.
But yeah, there's something that
When I
just,
was
and some
young.
people, but
Yeah.
I also like when people don't, like I said, the characteristics, whatever, when they
Mhm.
don't try to fix it. I think natural
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
way to. I think when people try to fix it, sometimes it doesn't look that much better.
Right.
You know,
Right. Yeah.
so who knows? I mean, that's
Mhm.
interesting. You know what a p pelviophile is? P L
Pel
V I right, PLUVIOPHILE.
Pluviophile. No.
Thank you. You know what it
Pluviophile.
is? Interesting.
No.
It is a person who loves rain, and loves to those rainy days, and they get off on that kind of stuff. I don't
They
know.
get off on it. They get off on it. Ooh, rain. No, but
They
the
get
thing
off on
is,
the rain.
it
Yeah.
doesn't match any of
So
my Greek words. It doesn't, like, usually the beginning words of stuff, it's like it comes from the Greek word, right? Normally.
right.
But
I think it does. Yeah.
pluvio doesn't mean shit to me. Not that I can in Greek that I know of. So I don't know. That's not rain in Greek as
Right.
far
I
as I know.
if you're sitting at home, you open the window, or you're on vacation or something, and a little rain, and
Yeah.
it's comfortable. It is nice if you don't
Yeah,
plan
I
to
like
leave
it.
the house.
Right.
If you don't
Right.
plan to leave the house,
Yeah.
I don't know. Sandra Argento, hi, honey, how you doing? Ocean's Pit here. I love this quote by the great late John Lennon. Said, "Don't hate what you don't understand."
Mm.
A lot of us probably, I don't know, hate is a strong word. I don't know
Yeah.
about hate. And there's a lot of things we don't understand, different ways of people living, different
Mhm.
religions, the way some people
Sure.
raise their kids, certain things. So it's a good quote.
Mhm.
Don't hate things you don't understand, or maybe
Mhm.
try to realize it, try to read it. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe educate yourself on something or learn about it if you hate it that much. It's probably because you just don't understand it. Like, I
No,
hate
I
certain
get it.
things because I don't understand them, like freaking algebra. I hated math.
Yeah.
I hate we usually hate something if we're not good at it, we don't know how to do it, it stresses us out. So
And we
it's a
never
matter of
needed it. I mean, how many times did we need algebra once we graduated high school? Unless
yeah,
you're in that field, right?
right, right, I
Unless you're in
agree.
that field. I don't,
Yes.
do they still teach algebra in school? I don't know.
Oh, yes, they do.
They
Yes, they
do.
do.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So that's interesting here. Now, this is interesting for cars of the future. Now, this is 2027, if this is true. U.S. law will require new cars to put a device in some surveillance, a driving surveillance, which will tell the car if you are sober or not to drive.
Yes. I think that's a great idea. I
I think
do.
that's a great idea too.
If if the
They're saying by 2027,
Yeah.
and it'll be able to tell. Now, does that mean that your car won't start?
Yeah, that's my guess. I was just gonna say the car won't start, and then that would alleviate a lot of problems. A lot of problems, right? Like it won't even start at that point. But I really think they need to work on the legal limit because you know how you said they might be lowering it even more. It's like, come on, a point oh 0.08. I remember a friend of mine had one of those portable things that you breathalyzer, and it was kind of for fun, or we could see what we were at. And honestly, I was nowhere near drunk. You might have like 2 drinks. You people usually could still drive. And I'm seeing things like on TikTok and Facebook and these videos that are being put out there that people were they have quotas on DUIs, these police officers, and they're trying to this one woman has a big she has a lawsuit. She's suing them because she wasn't drunk. And then somebody had a hidden camera or there was some video let out of the police officer when they were filling it out going, she wasn't drunk. What am I supposed to do? But I'm going to get fired because I'm not meeting my quota. It was, it,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is
Not only
happening.
quota, not only quota, but some towns even give you an extra certain amount of money for every DUI you go
Yeah,
over the quota. You get it's like a bonus.
Yeah, that's
which
shitty.
I understand the drinking and driving. I got it.
Of
So
course.
if they put these
Yeah.
in the new cars now, might be a good thing. It might be a
Yeah.
good thing. You're watching Ocean Spiller show about things. Another thing that's good, that U.S. and certain cities are trying to make potholes illegal. Starting April 20th, which was what, a couple days ago. They're going to try to. So what they would do is the people who did the work on the potholes, like the companies, they're going to get fined and make them illegal. I think that's an incredible idea. They make a lot of money doing this kind of stuff. Our cars get damaged if we go in to hit these potholes. I think it'd be a good idea to find the companies that are doing this, and that means they're not upkeeping. They're not upkeeping on the roads, correct?
Yeah, and so much of our money goes to fixing the roads, right? How much of this money, toll money, this goes to fixing roads? If your car gets jacked up on the road, then you should be able to send them the bill. Somebody needs to pay the bill.
I think so.
'Cause-
Yeah. And sometimes you should be able to see the pothole, but sometimes if you're in traffic and you can't move, you have to go over it. It's like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
So it should be interesting, something like that. All right, let's see here. Here's something sad. I read this story. His name is Terrell George is his name. A 22-year-old kid. He's got asthma, and he has to pay for his inhaler, which is expensive. But he had to decide, am I going to buy my inhaler for my asthma, or do I pay my rent? He chose not to pay the asthma inhaler. He paid his rent, and the 22-year-old boy died. Well, you're talking about asthma. You're talking about stuff that you got to be able to come up with some sort of reasonable price, even these big pharmas, whether you have insurance or not. We're talking about you need pills for your heart, or you need stuff for asthma. You need this stuff. And it's so expensive right now, even when you have insurance. But this kid had to make a decision, obviously. I don't know what his finances was. He's a 22-year-old kid. Couldn't pay. He said, okay, I just won't pay rent this month because I need my asthma to live, my inhaler.
Right. And that makes me really disgusted and sad. Because how many, he's not the only one. You know how many people have to choose everyday things over their health? When health really is the number one most important thing. But then, of course, you don't want to end up homeless, or you don't want your kids going without. And their health goes by the wayside. And that's what you need more than anything. I
agree. Forget your money. If you ain't got your health, man, you're done.
Right. That's right.
Yesterday, I was telling you about, I had my full physical. Perfect. But I'm having some problems with my hand at night. It's numbing up on me. And I went in, and the doctor thinks it's carpal tunnel. And so I got to make an appointment with a specialist to do it, but he told me to wear this glove. So yesterday, for the first time at night, I wore this glove, and my hand didn't hurt. It's still numb, so it does help a little bit. And in carpal tunnel, he told me, Tone, how long have you been holding that mic?
Yeah.
Every night, off and on, and and fishing, because you're always doing some of that, and then writing. I do a lot of writing, but it's so carpal tunnel. But I have to make an appointment with a specialist. But this is what Dr. Rao thinks, and he's pretty good with that. You're watching Ocean Spitler show about bad things. This is interesting. If you're from Louisiana, and this is not just Louisiana, this is something that I thought about for years. It was a joke that people always talk about. But this particular Chinese restaurant, the China Queen Mongolian Bar and Barbecue in lovely Louisiana, when they did their inspection, they found dead roadkill in the freezers of their restaurants. Remember the joke? If there's any cats, and they'll never find cats near a Chinese restaurant. I'm not trying to get the Chinese people pissed off now. But it just makes you wonder why they have dead roadkill in the restaurant's freezer. For what purpose? And I don't care what state you're in. This is Louisiana.
So the roadkill looked like roadkill. Like it looked like a dead animal with the fur on it and everything. It literally looked like they took it off. That's what I have a question with. Like a dead raccoon or a dead
It
possum.
could be a
Possum
dead
or something.
possum, raccoon. You know, there's some
Oh,
people in some countries, they eat possum. They eat
oh, they
raccoon.
eat. Yes,
Especially on
they
the
do.
south side. Yes,
They
they
eat
do.
squirrel too. In
Now,
Wilmington, I was invited to a
to
barbecue
a
when I was
squirrel party.
13. He's like, "You want to come over and eat some squirrel? We're having a barbecue." And my dad was like,
Come on
"Sure, go
over.
ahead, kiddo. Go ahead." And I was
Now, wait a minute.
like, no.
Now, it is true. It is true. I know in Italy, they would eat some of that stuff. They would
Yeah,
eat some of that stuff.
sure.
Probably in Greece. I don't know, but and they know how to cook it. They know how to clean it. I don't know, but
Sure, it's
unless
meat.
unless
Meat
this
is
is on a
meat.
menu,
But
unless
meat is
you, yeah,
meat.
yeah,
I think.
ketchup on
I
it,
don't know.
it'll taste the same.
Right. Put some A1, you're good to go.
It tastes like
Oh,
chicken. But
tastes
you
like
know,
chicken.
you don't know what they're putting in this. But this is they got
No.
caught with it unless they have it on their menu. Dead roadkill,
Roadkill special.
roadkill special. Yeah, crazy as it sounds. But hey, it could happen. It could happen. You're watching Ocean Spit. Now, this is something that's really scary, or I don't know. United States Postal Service lost $9 billion last year. It warns they may not be able to deliver a mail in the future. The U.S. Postal Service has temporarily stopped making payments to its employment pension system in a move to conserve cash, warning it could run out of money as soon as early as 2027. The agency typically contributes $200 million every 2 weeks to the federal employees' retirement system, but says pausing those payments could free up roughly $2.5 billion for the year. Officials say decision about survival. Now, I don't know how many people, a lot of mail that I get, is a lot of junk mail.
Right.
But there is certain mail, but now a lot of people are paying house payments, car payments, everything's online. People, so
Right.
do we really need mail anymore?
I don't think it's what it used to be. We know this. This is another thing
know
that
that.
social or internet or technology has taken over. So they're probably going to cut down probably tremendously because junk mail, it's just junk mail. Most of it is junk mail.
Yeah. Catalogs. Why do people even send catalogs anymore? Everybody just goes online to the place and see what they got going on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or what sales they have or what specials they have. I don't know.
Right.
But who knows? We'll see what happens with that. It could be. I don't know. I feel bad for the people they might have to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
That would suck. But
Yeah.
a lot of that junk mail, it's just a little crazy to me. Let's see. Dog walker. We don't need to talk about that. That's not any good. Thousands are suing Apple and Samsung because they say their smartwatches could cause cancer. Have you heard about this, Carol? Thousands are suing Apple and Samsung, allegedly certain which watch bands contain PFAS, forever chemicals that never leave your body. These toxins accumulate silently in your organs and bloodstreams, and medical studies link them to kidney cancer, liver damage, and your hormones are fucked up.
Yeah.
Because these bands, yeah, that's just the way. Yeah, because these bands stay pressed against your skin 24/7. Chemicals can soak in through the sweat. I don't know. Do you think that's true, Carol?
Who knows anymore? Then why are they putting this shit in what they're making that's going to go into the pores of your skin? I mean, at this point, it's like clothes are going to be dangerous to you. What's put in the fabric? I mean, who knows anymore? Really?
They're just trying to kill us. The United States of America is trying to kill us. And we already talked about the food and all the shit they put in food. It's crazy. So that's something to think about. The 10 cities. Oh, here you go, guys. For all you single people out there, 10 best cities to be single in.
Oh,
2026. Portland, Oregon comes in at number 10. St. Louis comes in at number 9. Orlando, number 8. Pittsburgh, number 7. Austin, Texas, number 6. Denver, number 5. Seattle, number 4. Tampa, Florida, number 3. Las Vegas, number 2. And Atlanta, Georgia,
Oh,
Chicago, Illinois. Illinois didn't even make it. Neither did New York.
wow.
There you go.
Interesting.
10 best places to be signal.
I
The
wonder why.
proverb, yeah, I don't know either. Another one I'd like to find out who comes
Me
up with
too.
that.
Right.
Another job that somebody's getting paid for.
Right.
Wow. The chances of people finding true love in a lifetime is between 3 to 5%.
What?
This is millionairesformula.com. The idea that probably finding true love in your lifetime between 3 to 5 sounds surprisingly low, but reflects our rare, deep, genuine connections can be true love is not just about attraction and timing. It requires emotional trust, shared values, long-term commitment, but only a few develop this something truly meaningful, lasting.
Okay, you said it's the Millionaires Club or something. Who put this out?
Millionairesformula.com.
That's the key word right there. If it came anywhere from anything having to do with millionaires, it's how can you find true love when people are out there wanting you for your money? That's where you feel sorry for people that have, this is why I love when they say like men or women, mostly men, I think, maybe act like they don't have money when they first meet a woman. They have a regular car. They don't go fancy. They don't dress all crazy. And that, I think, if I were a man that had lots of money, okay, a lot of money, I would not walk around like that because you're going to attract gold diggers. I mean, you're going to attract people that, yes, you're going to look better to them no matter what. And then that's going to take away anything organic, I think, that's going to happen because the dollar signs are going to be there. You meet somebody somewhere else where you don't know about their finances or whatever, and you're just an average guy or an average girl with a decent job, you're working, you have a regular car. That's when you're going to know, I think, if there's anything really true there,
Yeah. I truly believe that. And then, of course, you got the braggers. Those ones come in, you see the big fancy cars, watches, they just brag, oh, come to my summer. I got this, I got,
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. It should be into that. Yeah, absolutely. How are you doing, Ryan? It's good problem solving, process elimination, Ryan. Okay. Ken Radar, what's up, brother? I hope you're doing well. All right. Jeanette, wow, that's a small percent, right, Jeanette? Jeff says maybe 2 of them cities, yes, but Seattle, Portland, St. Louis. I know they have enough problems as it is over there. Violet, hi to both of you from my sister Carmela Tefano. Wish you guys a good day. Well, Violet and Carmela, hello, my dear friends. I hope you're doing well here at Ocean's Pit today. Women, this is a cool story. A woman who was stabbed, not this part, but woman who was stabbed 32 times by her abusive ex-boyfriend marries the paramedic who ended up saving her life.
Wow. Oh,
Melissa
fate,
Dome
right?
survived the horror. Yeah, that was, it says Melissa Dome survived a horrific attack in Clearwater, Florida, when she was stabbed 32 times by her former boyfriend. She was left in critical condition. Emergency responders worked early to save her life. Among them was a paramedic, Cameron Hill. And during the long recovery, he kept checking in on her, and they stayed in contact. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
it
pretty
is.
cool
It's
story.
like I said, maybe like fate, like destiny, right? That the right place at the right time, even though it was under those conditions, right? It worked out. That's love, right? That's true love, right?
I think that is, or she
Timing.
likes or she knows she has a doctor or a pharmacist for cheap, cheap pharmacy or something. But no,
It was
but
a
I think it's a
paramedic.
great.
I
I think
Oh, come
it's a
on.
beautiful story. I think it's a beautiful story. It's good. Michelle, how you doing today? Now, this is something that's scary. We're talking about the watches earlier that gives you cancer
Yeah.
and die. What about
Right.
this? Your smart TV. Your smart TV, Carol, is taking screenshots every 0.5 seconds and sending them back to the company.
Oh boy.
This is conspiracytheories.com.
Okay.
But some smart TVs from brand study as Samsung, LG, Sony use technology called the automatic content recognition, ACR, To analyze what is displayed on the screen, this system can capture small visual samples, screenshots, can recognize contact from streaming apps. So are they watching what you're watching?
Hopefully, you're not watching what you're doing. When you're watching TV, some people are else.
Yeah, some
They're going to
people
have
are
a
like,
show of their own.
yeah, leave the TV on, Henry. You know, so leave the light on. I can't understand why people would want to leave the light on when they're doing their thing.
Oh, yeah. Light is, I don't know. That to me is just like stressful, bright.
It is very stressful. Absolutely.
Relaxing,
It's relaxing. Frank Marone, how you doing, buddy? From dumprescue.com. Check them out. Lord help us. That would be scary, Michelle. It really would. But you know what? These days, nothing surprises me. How about this one, folks? Now, Chicago, Illinois did not make the best state to be single in, but Chicago, Illinois did make number one with the worst bed bug problems.
Oh.
New York comes in at 15, Denver 14, Cincinnati, whatever. Let's see. Champaign, Illinois 9, Columbus 8, Indianapolis. Let's do the top 5. Indianapolis comes in at 5, Los Angeles, California, Detroit comes in at number 3, number 2 is Cleveland, Ohio, coming in at number 1 with the most bed bug problems, Chicago, Illinois. Now, they probably can only tell that by hotels, I would think, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, or maybe companies that get rid of them. If there's a company that you reach out to, I don't even know. Would that be an exterminator? I don't even.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. Here's a joke. A man is seated next to a kid in an airplane. The man turned to him and said, "Hey, let's talk, kid." The kid goes, "What do you want to talk about?" Making fun of the kid, the man goes, "How about nuclear power?" The kid said, "Very interesting topic. But let me ask you a question. Horse, cow, deer all eat grass. Yet deer shits out pellets. Cow, flat, potty, and horse clumps. Why?" The man goes, "I don't know." The kid goes, "Do you really feel quite enough to discuss nuclear issues when you don't know shit?" All right, that's there. I think Eric got that in.
Yes, I like that.
All right. So we already talked about I know, funny thing. We talked about the Chicago Bears right now. WGN breaking Illinois news. Illinois passes bill to help the Chicago Bears build a new stadium in Arlington Heights. Now it goes to the Senate. So we'll see what happens about that. And they already put a 9-point, Pritzker is already putting a 9% tax hike up in the city of Chicago. So people in the city of Chicago, whatever, I don't know. I still don't know where they're going to end up. To me, I really don't care, but you know, some people. This is a fortune cookie. You will soon have. Do you believe in fortune cookies? Okay, Carol, do you believe in fortune cookies, or do you believe in your horoscopes? What about that kind of stuff? This one said, you will soon have the tools to success. I don't know. I've had a fortune cookie come up once, and then something like that did happen. But I don't know about horoscopes. What do you think about that?
All right. I don't believe in fortune cookie things. I really do. I mean, I think at the right time you open it up and it could be very general, like, oh, you or your friend is going to do this or something good's going to happen. I mean, if you really look at it, something good could, the way you perceive it, can happen every day, right? What I mean, when you're looking for it, which is why they tell you focus on the good and pay attention every day because something good will happen every day. As long as you're right. Okay. So, but zodiac stuff and astrology, yeah, I kind of believe in that. I don't know why, but I do sometimes, even though I know.
Now, there's people out there. I know you had a lady friend that does it.
Yes.
Mary from NTD Vacations, her friend, they're very good at it. And they've like 98, 95% right on the shit that they say.
Yep.
And to some degree, I don't know about the fortune cookie, but the astrology thing, I think there's really something to it.
I do too. You know? I do too. For the universe stuff,
the universe stuff.
Planets,
Kathy Splotzel. Yeah, I think
Okay.
Kathy Spotto says hi. Kathy, of course, just celebrated her birthday.
Yeah.
Arizona. Jerry Maselli, when you need a fortune cookie, when you need a fortune cookie, you have to
Oh,
end it with a
yeah.
bed.
No, so you're supposed to end whatever the fortune cookie says in bed. So like if it says,
Oh,
you're gonna get a good news from your best friend today in bed. Like I remember that when they used
oh,
to
see,
do
I
that.
never heard that before. See,
It's
thank you,
funny.
Jerry. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, men out there, or even women these days, men who prefer women with large breasts tend to be less financial secure. According to mensbeinghappy.com.
Oh God. Oh God. It's all about
Uh,
boobs. Come on. Like give men a little more credit. I'm
I
trying
think so
to.
too.
I'm trying to.
I think
Okay.
so. I think so too. I've never been, the breast thing didn't do it for me. I've always been the bottom, but that's just me. But I think there's a lot of people that I don't know. I know a lot of guys that like that. I had
Sure.
my
Sure.
second ex-wife, 44 Ds. I mean, I was
Oh,
like, what the
geez,
fuck?
Louise.
When you took them out, when you had to watch out in the morning. If she took the bra, bam, these things would be like,
So
holy,
so they were out,
yeah.
not
No, I
bam
mean,
down?
no, I
They
mean,
were
they were
out?
just broke. I mean, like Dolly Parton.
Jeez.
That was crazy.
Were they
Double T,
real?
what's up, brother?
Jeez
Yeah, well, no,
Louise.
it wasn't good for me. No, but anyway, you're watching Ocean Spit. Let's talk about something in the sun. We're talking about the Chicago Music Cruise coming up January 10th to January 17th. The Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Star of the Seas, with Tony Ocean, the main event band, and of course, Seventh Heaven, my pals. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com and join us in Florida, St. Martin, St. Thomas, Coco Cay, and the Bahamas. ChicagoMusicCruise.com, or call Mary at 630-688-1725. And when you come to Tony Ocean shows, we do pass out these nice brochures that give you all the information, all the stuff you can do on the ship, and et cetera, et cetera. All right. Man accidentally discovered his wife was a prostitute for just 25 pounds per encounter. Was that all she needed to betray me? Betrayal unveiled. A 45-year-old man, life shatters when he discovers his wife's secret. For 2 years, she's been offering sexual services. After spotting strange behavior and checking her phone, he found pictures, chats, etc. Now heartbroken, he wonders, what was this all to betray? That's got to be interesting. Now, it could happen. It could happen. Could be doing something. Maybe be going to work, but wow. That would be interesting.
He was pissed off that it was for that little amount of money is what it was. So he's judging his own value. He's thinking, okay, if it was for like, $10,000 each time, $5,000, he'd be like, well, okay, I could see that because he's going to question his own worth if it's for $50 or if it's for, $2,000. He's like, okay, give me some, sister.
Give you something. First of all, like there's Mary. Mary put the info. Thank you, Mary. All the info on cruise there, and get a hold of Mary. Jeanette says hanging boobs are not impressive. Sweaty and smelly, if not kept very clean.
I agree with you. That would be
Thank
gross.
you, Jeanette. Well, that could be like with men too. Yes, men too. So you got to be careful.
But down there,
remember we were talking about.
Yeah, you don't want those hanging and sweaty either. Let's if we're going to talk about women's.
But remember, we talked about. Remember why the dogs sniff? Remember why the dogs sniff men by the penis section, whatever? Because that's the biggest sweating gland.
The penis
section. There you go.
So where do you want to be seated? In the penis section.
That's it. Yeah, curve feelers. There you go, Jimmy. Good curve feelers. All right. I don't know nothing about the Gen Z generation, but Carol, recently study finds Gen Zs are refusing to learn how to drive. Fewer teenagers are getting behind the wheel. Data from the U.S. Department of Transportation shows 27% drop in licensing 16-year-olds between 2000 and 2022, pointing to a shift of how younger generations approaching driving.
Mhm.
Several factors are driving the change. Surveys indicate high levels of stress when they're
Mhm.
driving, or the cost of
Mhm.
less insurance, car
Mhm.
ownership, gas. At the same time, Gen Z has more alternative available. I don't know. They say there's bikes now, scooters,
Yeah.
Uber.
I think it makes perfect sense what you're saying. They have more options. They have Uber. They're also starting to, well, a lot of them. I don't want to say they're lazy because that I don't feel that way about everybody. But the lazier you are, to be honest with you, you're not going to work as much. And if they're not working as much, they're not going to make enough money to have a car, to pay for insurance, to pay for gas. It's all money. So if you don't want to, if you're not working, you're not going to be able to afford that. You got Uber, you got all that, and the level of anxiety that kids that age have now, you're right, the
Yes.
stress, the anxiety, and everything going on, they're afraid. And I don't want my kids to be afraid to drive because for me, it's such a freedom that I never want to lose, which is why I don't fuck around when I drive because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't ever want to lose being able to be independent to get from where I want when I want. I never want to, rely on anybody for rides anywhere. So, but they're afraid to be on the highways. I don't blame them. I'm more afraid now than I ever was, but that's because of everything we hear of people
Yeah.
getting killed by
And
semi
sometimes
trucks,
it's not even
road
it's not
rage.
even your yeah, not like you're saying, Carol. Sometimes on you have to worry yourself, but how about
Yes.
the people that's driving next to you? You don't know what
Yeah.
they're going to do. So
Right.
crazy. Ronnie B. Elvis, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Ocean's Pit, it is. It's time for the weather. I don't think we did that yet. This is the weather today, brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware. Our fine hardware stores, the JRC Ace Hardware. This weather today for Tuesday, April 28th, 52 degrees, it's 69% humidity, 10-mile-an-hour winds. No rain in the forecast later on this evening. And that's brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. All right, Carol, here we go. Now, this is sad, but this could be true. If you eliminate drinking, partying, lust, you realize you actually don't have anything in common with a lot of people around you. Yes or no? Oh, mute. You're mute. I can't hear it. Mute.
I got you. I got you. Okay.
Yeah,
Lust,
yeah.
drinking, and what
Well,
else?
it came out, number one came out, if you eliminate drinking,
Okay.
partying, and lust, you realize you actually don't have anything in common with a lot of people around you.
I don't think that's very true. I don't. I mean, drinking, yeah, a lot of people like to socially drink. Lust,
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
yeah,
okay,
that's
that's
the same
just
thing. Socially
okay.
drinking and drinking. It just says drinking in general. Just drinking.
In
Now, when you go out to a
general,
bar, someone will say, "Hey, let's go out for a cocktail,
right.
or let's go grab
You don't have
something
to
to
drink.
eat."
Yeah, but you don't have to
And have
drink.
a
You
drink.
could eat. And music, what about music? There's a lot of other things to have in common other than drinking and
Well,
lust.
partying.
Right?
Now, partying could that mean drugs? Can that
Maybe.
mean maybe? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I don't know. I don't know.
There you go. Psychologists note that environments like bars and parties create fast but often surface level bonding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, it's
if it
very
wasn't for
surface
my
level.
business, if it wasn't for the bar business and with my job, I would have met half of my friends and
Sure.
half the people that I
Sure.
do. So for me, I can understand that, but
Yeah.
it's not for everybody. But like you said, so Jerry Seinfeld is in the news. Our country would be safer without voices that attack core American values. So he's ripping on Whoopi, and of course Jimmy Kimmel and that whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Listen, look, even on my speech yesterday, I don't want anybody killed. I don't
No.
care for Joe Biden, Obama, Pelosi, all that. I don't want them dead. I don't
Mm-mm.
want anybody dead. What's your take on it?
Well, if we're
The whole
talking
thing
about
with
what
Putin.
happened, yeah.
Yeah.
So here, I don't have a ton to say about it because I think it's very disturbing. Like a person, all I do keep thinking about is I have to think about his family first, because first and foremost, he's a human being. Yes, he's the president of the United States. And honestly, I don't give a shit about what, if you like him or not. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I can't stand certain things about him. It's not about that. He's doing a job. He's not even taking money for it. They talk about people. You talked about how much money people were worth after their, tenure as a president. They were making shit ton of money afterward. He's not making the money. These people, his kids and grandkids, should not have to worry about this guy getting killed every time he's up there speaking. He's not a fireman. He's not a police officer. He's like, those are jobs that you're like, okay, your life is on the line. It shouldn't be, as a president of the United States, on a regular basis, they're trying to kill him. And he's absolutely right. And we all know this. The squeaky wheel gets you all right. Like, the reason all these other presidents were tried, some of them they did kill, like Kennedy, whatever, Lincoln, is because they were making changes. They were changing things. They were doing things that no one else was doing. And whether you like Trump or not, he is going for the jugular of these other countries in a business sense too. Like, why are we were like the redheaded stepchild when we're the strongest country in the world and the richest country in the world. And we were still we were like the chooch of, all these countries, and he saw that on a professional business level. So, and also, this is why the media should be to blame for so much, is because they should not be able to go around calling him a pedophile and a fucking rapist. Yes, you know what? I don't give a shit if a rapist or a pedophile is killed. I don't care if they die. I hate to say that. I really do. But that's how I feel. Okay, now in the Muslimness and the Middle Eastern shit that we hear that they marry 12-year-old fucking girls, this is why I don't think we could live in the same country, because in their country, if it's legal, and this is what their culture is, stay there. But here, it's not going to be that way. That's illegal here. We are not changing our laws and starting to have our children be raped and abused because you're bringing your culture here. This is the United States of America. Stay there if you want to do it. But the thing is they're going around making it seem like he's a pedophile and a rapist. Nothing's been proven. Yes, women have come out and said shit, and you never hear from them again because they were paid to do it. Come on, guys. How many times have we heard that Joe Biden sniffs little girls' hair? We saw pictures of him rubbing up on little girls. Now, I know AI exists, but then his own daughter supposedly
in her diary, yes.
He showered with her or something. What the fuck? Are you not thinking about that shit? I still never wish death on that fucking guy. And not only that, he was the president of the United States of America, and we didn't see him for 2 years. He was God knows where. He was like, I joked, he was like the Weekend at Bernie's. Okay, he was like a fucking dead guy they were dragging around with fucking glasses on. Like, was he even real? Like, I have a problem with that. Trump is trying to do things. He's trying to get shit accomplished. Does he have the best way of, speaking or saying?
He doesn't have the best way.
He doesn't.
But I guess, right. But I think that's why people voted for him in the first place. I think they knew that he would change, and everything that he's trying to do, he does do. And he just, obviously, I don't like everything he says. But you know what? He's trying to change.
Right.
He's trying to do different things. Right. And you're right. Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, Charlie Kirk, a lot of people, even Ronald Reagan, they tried to kill him. Well, that was a different obsession, whatever. But it is what it is. I don't want to, it is. Go after
no
those
one should
pedophiles.
Be in the line of fire like that. But they're calling him a pedophile. But what fucking lunatic fucking idiots, they're just going to believe it all. Why? Then believe the shit about Biden too. Then wish him dead. If you believe everything you hear about Trump, believe it about.
It's a small percentage of people that they got this craziness. And again, this is the third time whether they tried to kill Trump or other people in that building. And then when the media's got to go up and just make fun of the widow and Kimball. I mean, come on. His contract's up with Disney April 30th. Supposedly with the Disney people, I guess, who owns the channel. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Well, I never watched Kimball even before he started this shit. So anyway, thank you on that. It's a good one. Here's one for you, Carol. Looking for a job? Anybody looking for a job? Listen to this.
Me.
A company named Promobot, Promobot, will pay you $200,000 to have your face imprinted on their robots. Engineeringfacts.com. The rapid advance of humanoid robotics is transforming how humans interact with machines. Companies are developing lifelike robots designed to communicate naturally and perform custom-facing tasks. One such now.
Okay. Yeah. Here.
Put it this way. Now, wait. Put it this way. This might sound crazy. Say you lost a loved one, lost a husband, lost a wife, lost a boyfriend, lost somebody, lost one.
Yeah.
Come out with a robot, because in 20 years from now, maybe even before that, I don't know if I'll see it. We'll see it. But we'll have robots in the house. I believe that's right around the corner. Why not? Why not put a picture, maybe your grandfather or your loved one, or I don't know. Does it sound crazy?
Nothing sounds crazy to me anymore. I'm sure people will do it. I'm sure some people will do it. But yeah, listen, if you want to put this face on your robot, go ahead. Listen, if I could get paid money.
You might want to Google that. Carol, promorobe.com.
Promobot, right? You said?
Robobots. Looking for people.
Okay, I'm on it.
So, there you go. So I don't know. It sounds crazy, but and I'm not even going to mention this one. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you the story. I'm going to just tell you the title, and I'm going to leave this alone. I won't, because I even know how this even comes up on social media.
Okay.
Well, I figured it's from losemydaddy.com.
Oh, God. Okay.
Studies confirm that women who have 520 stronger immune systems. So you guys will do your own research on that. I'm going to leave that alone. Okay. Husband and I decided to never go to bed angry at each other. We've been awake for more than 72 hours.
Yes. I mean, come on. It's not normal. People get mad. Come on. Take a break.
Let me ask you. You're walking down the street. You're walking in a park, and you see a guy or a girl walking their dog. Do you say hi to the dog? I do.
Me too.
Is that crazy? Is
no,
that
I do all the time.
You say,
no.
Before I don't even look at the person.
Right.
Hi. To the dog.
Hi.
Hey.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And if it's a real cute dog, I'm like, oh, does he bite? Because I want to pet it. They just make me happy. I love dogs so much.
I agree. I agree with you. So I do it. I don't think it's silly. If it's a pet, I will say hi. If I go to the zoo and there's an elephant looking at me, I will say hi to the elephant. I just do. That's just me.
Right.
Anyway, I want to say good luck to my friends from Hardcore Italians. Mikey and the boys spins their very first ever New Haven Beef Pizza Tour. I know they're leaving for Connecticut April 30th through May 3rd.
Nice.
They got a 5-hour guided pizza walking tour, legendary pizzerias. That should be interesting with spins and all that whole crew.
Yes.
So good luck with that. And next year, Mikey, let me know ahead of time. I would love to join you.
I would love to do that too. I would love to.
It would be a lot of fun. I agree with you 100%. All right. So we're getting all this crazy stuff here. And I'm trying to keep, we got 5 minutes left. So hold on. We should get a good story here. All right, here we go. A Florida man stunned shoppers after secretly living inside a Kia store for 11 days, reporting moving from room to room and sleeping in different displays bed each night. Staff had no idea he was there as he blended into the massive showroom by day and stayed hidden after closing time. I know people are homeless with that.
That's like the movie Mannequin. Remember me? I'm having a hot flash. It's like the movie Mannequin.
Mannequin.
Remember?
Yes.
Right.
Mannequin.
Right. Yes.
Right.
That was good.
Fell in love. Well, that's a little weird, but fell in love with the.
Well, she came to life though. She came to life at night.
Yeah. This is a Mancow Mueller. I love Mancow. I always mispronounce this lady's name. She's a great actress. Charlize.
Yep. Yeah, Charlize
Is that right?
Theron.
Tehran. She says, what drives me to this? My children are all queer. My eldest son is non-binary,
Mm-hmm.
and my son is gay. My youngest child is fluid. Okay, now can you tell me what non-bi binary is?
Yes, yes. Non-binary, I believe, is they're not identifying as either gender. Like they're not a man or a woman, I guess.
Okay, so what's fluid?
It's the same thing. Gender fluid is non. I had to look that up because I think I thought
This
it was
is
kind of the
fluid.
same.
This is fluid, folks. This is
So
fluid
it's
that goes into your body. Fluid.
so it says gender fluid is a non-fixed gender identity that shifts over time, moving between or outside of the gender binary male female. Hold on, I don't know what the fuck. Gender fluid individuals may feel more aligned with one gender one day and on another the next, or neither, with expressions often but not always. Okay, so that means you don't know what the fuck you want from one day to the next. I mean, one day I want to be, one day I feel like a man, one day I feel like a woman, the next day I feel like a dog, whatever. Maybe that's fluid. It means it could change at any time.
Okay, so what the question is, they mean they must have a lot of clothes. They must have a lot of clothes because they have to switch from men to women's clothes. Am I right, or am I crazy here? Am I nuts here?
No, I mean, I guess you're right. The gender fluid ones who man
Gender
or woman
fluid.
one day.
Well,
Fluid just
that's what's wrong with this country.
Yeah,
This
it is.
Come on.
Yes, it
Now,
is.
okay, if you want to be this, fine, whatever. That's your body. But now you can be like, well, I'm going to roll the dice today and see what
Okay.
I feel like being. It's like the kids that want to be dinosaurs and cats and dogs and monkeys and giraffes. What's going on?
Here's the thing. As a kid, there were days like, you know how they say you're a tomboy or whatever. As a kid, you know, people, or even as an adolescent, then, you know, teenager, there were days I didn't want to get dressed up in girly clothes, right? Sweats,
Okay,
gym shoes.
that's a different story.
Right. Like, why can't we just, that's how we're dressing that day. You know, now as a man, okay, I guess it's different because if they want to dress like a woman, women wear sweats and t-shirts all the time, you know, and all that. But they're talking about dresses and cutesy stuff, right? Or heels or whatever floats your boat. Like, who am I to say you can't? But why is there a name given to everything? That's why the LGBTQ plus this, that, and whatever is going on. It's too confusing. Period. End of story. That's why kids are so fucking confused.
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts. And you know what? That's another program in itself.
Yeah.
We are down to 1 minute left. Kellogg's. Remember when you were a kid and you bought that cereal and you went to the bottom of the cereal and those toy. The toy looked really good on the top of the package, but when you actually got the toy, it looked like shit. But Kellogg's is bringing back the toy in cereal boxes for the first time in over a decade. Pretty cool for the kids who eat that stuff. I don't know. You know, who cares? I don't know. It's just crazy. Guys, I don't know what to tell you, but I do know a couple things. Jack Vanna Landscaping, take care of that backyard, 847-532-432-5266, servicing the North Shore for 50 years. And Danny Mazzi from Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Buy local, shop local. This week, folks, we got it. Tomorrow night, we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle, 7:30 with Double T, Tony Toto. Thursday, Village Pub, one of my favorite places. I love that place. North Riverside, great food, great people. That's Thursday, me and Jumpin' Jams. Friday, we'll be at Chicago Pride Steakhouse with Jerry Jams, 8 o'clock. And Saturday, road trip. Saturday, May 2nd through May 4th, we'll be in St. Germain, Wisconsin. Eagle River, we'll go at the Whitetail Inn for martinis in May. I said this a couple times. I don't know why no bar has done this in the city of Chicago, but there's 9 bars. They set up their little tables in the Whitetail Inn. You pay $50, you get a buffet, you get prime rib, you get blah, 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 blah. And then you go from table with a scoreboard. And you go from table to table, taste, presentation, and you just drinking martinis all day long. It's a 5-hour gig. The martinis are small. And then you rate them. And they have Miss Saint Germain. They got the news there, and then there's a winner gets a trophy.
That's cool.
And then they stack up all the martini glasses on the table. It's a great party, and I've done it now 8 years. Whitetail Inn this Saturday in lovely Saint Germain. All right, guys, we got some other stuff coming up. Some of these new places I'm excited. The Cove, Oceans Rat Pack will be at the Cove for Mother's Day, downtown Lake Geneva on May 9th. We're being at Zia Social for our very first time on the 14th. Great Italian restaurant in Edison Park, the Park Ridge area. On the 20th, Oceans Rat Pack will be at the Carnival, downtown Chicago. And for the Memorial Day weekend, 2 nights in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. May 23rd will be at the Getaway, outside on the water. And May 24th, Sunday, will be at the Thirsty Parrot. And then I'm excited again being back at Johnny Cabs with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams on the 28th of May. And then St. Jude's benefit, the big one, in Gurnee, Illinois, with all those great entertainers. Nick and Phyllis Hodges putting this thing together. And not to be confused with the one that Carl Doty does in September in Melrose Park. There's another, both are great events because they're for a great cause.
Yes,
Saint
absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. So yesterday was Natalie's 60th birthday. We had the kids over, and it was fun. We had Dominic. We babysitted Dominic, and we have Kellen today, and it was just great. So again, happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Natalie, 60. Fagan celebrates the birthday from Supertramp, 77 years old. Stephen Bauer from Scarface, 69 years old. Neil Harrison from Blondie, 35. How do you pronounce her name? Talia?
Oh, Talia Shire. Talia Shire.
80 years old. Wow. Piaget from ABBA. Love that band. David Attenborough, love him. He's 100 years old. That voice he's got. Stu Cook from CCR. Al Pacino. Ooh-ah. 86 years old. Alex Fitzgerald, of course. Hank Sakara, I love him. A great voice. George from the Jersey Girls. Georgie, happy birthday. Ace Frehley from Kiss. Kevin James, 66. Carol Burnett. Woo! Jonathan Cain from Journey, 75 years old. Ian Gillian from Deep Purple, 80 years old. You got to love it. Very, very cool. All right, guys. And that's it for Twisted Tuesday. Want to thank you guys all for watching today. Another great little show. We're back again tomorrow, same time, same station. And I want to thank our friends from the great JRC Ace Hardware, proud sponsor of Ocean's Pit and Columbus Day Float coming up in October. Spring has officially arrived, and your local JRC hardware stores help to make your yard serious comeback. A lot of good stuff going on. EcoPower Plus 56 volt Select Cut XP mower for just $799. That's a saving of $150. Need more power? When you buy that Ego blower and string trimmer, they'll throw in a 2.5-hour battery, a nearly $100 value, absolutely free. And don't forget the fertilizer. Earn $25 bonus reward when you spend $150 on Scott's Miracle Grow. Stop by and see any JRC hardware locations today. Visit them online, acehardware.com. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods, and grill your race off. That's what you do, guys. All right. You guys have an incredible day today. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another, man. It's a crazy world. And if you're offended with anything on this show, I'm sorry. We just try to, me and Carol speak from our heart. Some people like it. Some people don't. I'm not, sometimes it is what it is. But if you're offended, doesn't mean you're right, but doesn't mean we're right either. But we can still say our opinions. And just the moral of the story, though, is be kind to one another. You have a great day, everybody. Peace and love. We need it more than ever. Carol, thank you so much. And thank you all for watching again. Nick Sahajas, Piano Man, take us out. Bye-bye.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
God bless America, everybody. Keep the peace. Love your family. Love your friends. God bless you, everybody. Have a great afternoon. I'm going fishing. Bye-bye.